Hello and welcome. In this video I will describe cases, create a new case in the portal, and describe considerations for using cases. Cases are used to group processes, typically related processes. In this scenario I have three processes. They're all for the same customer. I have an account maintenance, a credit card application, and a loan application. What we can do is use cases to group these together under a single case root process. Each process then becomes a sub-process of the case root process. This allows us to better manage the three processes as a whole because we can manage them as a single entity. In addition to allowing us to sort of track them and manage them together as a group, we can also get better visibility into all of the processes. For example, suppose I'm working on the loan application. If they're grouped in a case, I can see that there's also a credit card application and an account maintenance request out there for the same customer. And going through the case process, I can actually go to each of the process details and review these processes, look at their notes, and any documents and artifacts that are associated with them. So let's log into the portal and we'll create a case. So I've opened process search, selected the appropriate processes, and entered my customer name in the descriptors. So let's perform the search, and it brings back three processes: a new personal loan, new credit card accounts, and account maintenance. I'm going to select each of these just by using the control click. And then I'll click this the arrow next to this envelope icon. And have two options here. One is attach to case, which we don't want to do. This allows me to attach these processes to an existing case. What we want to do is create a case. So let's click this, and we have our create case dialog. I'll give the case a name. Give a description. And a note. I can type. We'll click OK to create the case. So here we have case details. It's very similar to process details, as you can see. So we have a case name, the case and the case description that we entered previously are shown here. These are editable, as indicated with this little pencil or edit icon. Also, the case owner is displayed. In this case, user 1. The case owner is the only user who is able to change the case name and description, and also the add, attach, and detach processes from the case. The case owner can be delegated. If you click here, you just get typical delegation dialogues. It can be delegated to any user or any participant, which includes role. Okay, so let's take a look at the descriptors. There's two descriptors that are true data for a case. That's the case name and case description, as shown here. The other three that I have listed here are calculated. They are the common descriptors for all of the sub-processes that are in the case. In this case, it's the customer first, last name, and tax ID. These are calculated at the time of case creation. It's also recalculated if you attach or detach any processes from the case, and it can be manually recalculated clicking this little update icon. Okay, let's close this. The linked cases is used to show any cases that are involved in a join process. Since this case was just created, obviously there's no cases joined to it. So we'll discuss this in future videos. Expand case history. Case history is basically process history. It shows here that the case process is given an OID, and it is the root process. And then all of the processes that were added to the case when we created it are listed here as well. So we have the account maintenance and new credit card accounts and the new personal loans process. All of the functions that are historically or typically available for any other type of process are available here, like changing priority. You can look at the sub-processes. You can go to their process details, abort. We also have another option, which is to detach the process from the case. Basically, you just click this and you'll detach the process from the case. So let's look at case documents. The case documents shows not only the documents that may be attached to the case process itself, but also any that are artifacts of the sub-processes. So in this case, at the top you have the case process, any process attachments that are attached to that case, and then the notes. And you can have any series of notes, just like any other process. The next node is for the account maintenance process. You can see it has a document with it, an account maintenance form. The new credit card account also has a document associated with it, and you can see the notes associated with that process. The new personal loans has several documents. So again, all the functionality that is typically available for a normal process is available here. For example, for process attachments, if I right-click this, I have the same options, to upload the process attachments or create a new process attachments. I can set the security settings. All of that can be done, from the case documents. Plus, I get this window into the case process itself, so I can attach process attachments here, upload files, and even add notes. Okay, let's return to the workflow perspective. And here I see I have one item in the user one's work list. This is the case. And this case is called Jamie Johnson's case. The name of the activity is actually taken from the case name. Activities for cases are a bit different from normal activities. For cases, all your interaction with the case is really done at the process level. The activity itself is more of a placeholder for consistency. In this case, if you actually click this in order to, quote, activate this activity, will open the process details where you can perform whatever actions you need to do with the case. Okay, now let's return back to process search. I want to point out that we've had to make some changes to the process screen. We've actually had to we've put a hierarchy radio button here where you can search all processes. You can search just for cases. In case you want to search for cases, you just select this. Or you could select for basically root processes that are not cases. Of course, this is useful if you're looking for processes to attach to a case. For example, let's just click root processes, search, and here it brings up the case that we just created. Some considerations for creating cases. The create case permission is required to create new cases. This is settable in the portal so as a runtime permission. Case name, owner, and description are editable by both the case owner and administrators. The case name and case description become case descriptors, as well as any common descriptor values for the case members. And cases remain active until all subprocesses are complete. This concludes the case video.